That was the closing session of this year's CPPCC, on which the chairman of the CPPCC just made a speech in which he said in the new era CPPCC will further enhance its capabilities and functions as a supervisory body, apply the 70 years experience of this organization to better assist the work of the Communist Party of China. And he mentioned 2019 is a year of both challenges and opportunities, and CPPCC will further enhance its role of assisting CPC, or Communist Party of China, to promote high quality and, more importantly, stable economic growth.
And Chairman Wang Yang also mentioned some tasks for political advisors. For example, he called for a new image, new standards of work for them in this new era. And for more insight, shall we get to our guests?
Yeah, to our guests is Haimei and also Victor. Well, Victor, as Panjun just mentioned, that Wang Yang said in his speech, several news, new era, new image, new function. How should we understand the word new?
Well, China is, as you mentioned, in uncharted waters. I don't think there is any institutional or individual knowledge base to handle all the challenges that China is faced with. Why? Because everything in China is new. Every day brings new opportunities and new challenges. Therefore, I think Wang Yang is absolutely right. No one should be complacent. All the members need to study and study, learn new things, and make sure that your proposals are higher in quality and can better reflect the realities on the ground, and also can make better recommendations so the CPC, the political party, the ruling party here in China, and the Chinese government can absorb your constructive proposals. And I think this means that we are faced with new realities. No one in China can afford to be complacent. We need to continue to study and learn and break through and innovate.
This is actually the only pragmatic way out, indeed. Well, Haimei, you've been we mentioned before that you've been in China for such a long time with a very profound observation of this country. So what do you think is the most important new challenge that China is currently facing?
Well, I think that the message that we're getting in this past few days through these meetings is that China confronts a host of challenges. Mr. Wang Yang says China now is in a bigger stage, right? In a new environment. China is bigger than before, bigger economy, nuclear power, space power, and all that. And so China's responsibility is also bigger.
Right,
responsibility
which is also a challenge.
For China as well as in global affairs. So that's a challenge. But I think the one thing that's not new that the CPPCC plays is that it's a platform in China to project a consensus, a national consensus of where China stands and where it's going. It also, I think, plays a kind of a safety valve. It's a perfect platform for Chinese, for all the delegates to air proposals, even grievances or complaints, as well as aspirations. And I think this helps the leadership in getting a pulse of what the society is thinking, but also to gather everyone under a kind of a consensus to move forward.
And Haimei, when you're facing something new, you can always go back to history and learn something from it. And in that closing speech made by Chairman Wang, he mentioned the 70th anniversary several times. But actually, 70 years ago, it was the CPPCC session served as the de facto constitutional convention.
Yes.
And the common program adopted back then served as the de facto constitution until 1954. Now, we're in this new era. Do you think we still can learn something from the very origin of this political advisory body?
Well, I think one lesson that perhaps China can learn from is that the Communist Party cannot do everything. It leads the whole of China, but the Communist Party needs the united front that the CPPCC represents. It needs the support of all the sectors of the society, and that is crystallized by the delegates who come here every year to show that they care for China, but also to show that they are willing to work with the Communist Party, work under the Communist Party for a common goal.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen.